Hey guys, my name is Ken Tamplin from Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, where the proof is in the singing. Now, wherever you get your information from, it's important to ask yourself two very specific questions. And the first thing is, the person giving you the information, can they demonstrate it themselves and demonstrate it well? And do they have students that demonstrate what they're teaching to prove out that what they're telling you is the truth? Here at Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, we have over 300 videos with dozens of students demonstrating and proving out what we teach to give you honest, legit information. Hey guys, welcome back again to Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, where the proof is in the singing. I wanted to do a Vocal Coach Reacts to Motley Crue, and I chose the song Kickstart My Heart. I have a couple little intersections with the band. Way back when Vince Neil left the band, I was asked to audition for the group. And the lifestyle just wasn't for me. That's not what I'm about. John Corabi wound up taking the gig. They did a record that was very unlike their original stuff, and so it didn't fly so well because they were trying to do more of an alternative thing, and they went back to their roots. But I'd like to say a few things about the band before I do a reaction. I have had a client, Kat Von D. You guys might know her. That was the tattoo artist on the show, LA Inc., and has a big makeup line and stuff in Sephora. But anyway, Kat was one of my clients, and she was dating Nikki Sixx at the time. So I got to hear a lot of different intimate stories, and I want to share one story about the band. Now, I know there's different versions of this story that's printed online, but this is what Kat had told me. And she had said that Nikki, was obviously into heroin at the time, and that's why this Kickstart My Heart was. And I want to say I got two different versions of it, one from Kat and one from another friend. I'm going to say UK because that was my understanding of it, but it might have been LA or somewhere else, where he overdosed. He was in a drug dealer's house, and he was really impressed with how clean the needles were and this and that, whatever. And so he got all blue in the face, and then supposedly when the drug dealer saw he was overdosing, he took a baseball bat to him and threw him in a dumpster. I kid you not. And then when someone found him or heard him calling out or whatever, they called paramedics. Paramedic guy showed up, recognized him as Nikki Sixx, said, "You're not going to die on my watch," shot him with a bunch of adrenaline, took him to the hospital, and he made it through. In fact, I think that's one of the main reasons that he's not a drug addict to this day, or I don't even think he drinks alcohol, which is great. So that's the backstory of Kickstart My Heart. I know there's other versions of this stuff floating around, but I thought I would share that with you because I got it straight from the horse's mouth, from more intimate things than just reading it on the internet. So with that said, let's get started. Kickstart My Heart. Let's rock. Oh wait, sorry. The beginning of this, I have to add one more thing. I'm going to back this up so my editor won't have to redo this. But when they go right, they have this, motor scooter sort of thing. Well, actually, that is, I'm almost certain that they, I don't want to say the word stolen, but they borrowed that from an old Montrose tune. As you guys know, I keep repeating this. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be braggadocious. My cousin Sammy Hagar was in a band called Montrose. Look up the band Montrose and look up the song Bad Motor Scooter and listen to the intro, and then listen to the intro of this. Now, they didn't steal the song. It was just the idea, and maybe someone else had done it before, but I wanted to make that also as a side comment. Here we go. Good song. Poor Vince sounds out of breath. I mean, he's trying to hold it together. He is hitting the notes, which is cool. There's two things. Nikki Sixx is a great songwriter, and he's always just really been a phenomenal songwriter. And it's interesting that the bass player is writing, the songs for the band or whatever. And in this case, he's writing stuff, and the band's all keeping up with him. But you've got a bass player directing the band rather than a guitar player. And in the '70s, it was more like the guitar player wrote this stuff, and then the bass player came along for the ride to keep a groove, right? But it's the opposite in Motley Crue. And there's quite a few other bands like that. But I just want to point that out because he was the main songwriter for the band. Here we go. Whoever filmed this did a great job, man. Nice tight groove. So, okay, picture this for me. I'm in France. I'm on tour. These guys say, I'll tell you exactly what happens. I'm watching I couldn't sleep. I'm watching MTV France, and they're on an interview, and Nikki Sixx is, the whole band's on, and Nikki Sixx says, hey, we never thought of ourselves as a great band. We were in it for the chicks and the drugs and the party and the this and that, whatever. I mean, maybe. Maybe that's the rock and roll thing to say, and maybe it's true. I don't know. A lot of those Poison said the same things, and a lot of LA bands. But at the time that I was watching them, I'm looking at this and I'm going, Tommy Lee is just a phenomenal drummer, and his just drum risers spinning in arenas and stuff like that. You can't say that if you're writing great songs like this and the band's playing super tight, and you didn't just get in it for the chicks and the this and the that, whatever. You're propagating some thing that's the Kiss rock and roll statement to make or whatever it is. And in their case, I've never been a big fan of a lot of the LA singing that was, again, I like Coverdale and Lou Gramm, Paul Rogers, Mickey Thomas, guys like that. So this kind of singing, bands like Rat, Stephen Pearcy, all these different bands that came out of LA were not my thing. But the band kicked major, major butt, and the songs were great. And I just have to kind of point that out as I go. Sorry, another Ken Tamplin rant. Personal stories. I should have this diary of the diary of Ken Tamplin. Here we go. Nice. What a killer stage, man. Wow. Wow. Hey! I love this part. Nice breakdown, man. There's Tommy. It's a mess! Gosh, what a stage that is, man. Holy cow, can you believe it? And then here we got he's on a risers, he's going up, check it out. I have another side note. I've got a chance to plan a lot of good sized stages, right? And everyone uses wireless right now. Back then, I was one of the first few guys that were using like headset wireless guitar and stuff, and then, you know, way back when. Again, Grandpa's been doing this a long time stuff. But what's interesting is there's a delay that happens on a wireless system, and the farther you are away from, you know, from transmitter to receiver, there's a delay, like 5 milliseconds, 10 milliseconds, like really weird. So you're not only concentrating on your playing, but you're concentrating on it being tight with a band, and you strike a chord, bam, 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 like depends on how far away you are from something. So like all these guys, and I've seen Trans-Siberian Orchestra a few times. My student Gabriela Gunchikova used to sing for them, so I've seen quite a few, and they go so far out on these risers and this and that, whatever, and it is so hard to lock into the band, stay tight, remember your parts, you know, have this, you know, wireless system that you're getting this delay up, you have to like get in front of it in order to make it work. And this is what's going on here with these guys going out. I mean, I'm assuming, because I know the drill. Here we go. And only someone that's been out there can understand what I'm talking about. There, it's tight as heck, man. Wow. Gosh, man. Look at that stage. Wow, just incredible stuff, guys. Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, where the proof's in the singing, and I hope you guys enjoyed that, and until next time, peace out. Hey guys, if you like what you heard, please like and subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button. That will actually take you to another page where you want to click on the bell icon, and it opens up a menu, and the menu has notifications on it where there's a little box you can check where it says send me all notifications for this channel. Check the box and then click the save button, and you'll get notifications from me every time I have a cool video come out. Okay? Thanks guys. Peace out.